Welcome in, everybody, as we are in Darlington this week with the Davis Brothers Roofing 200. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. So we're in the Davis Brothers Roofing 200, about to get started here after qualifying. With me in the booth, let me get over to the right page here as we're starting off strong, is Christian Stewart. Christian, how are you today?
Doing all right. Like you said, we're here at Darlington, South Carolina, virtually, in the safety of our own homes.
Yeah, in the relative safety of our own homes. My daughters are here, and their chance of waking up is relatively low, but never zero. As we are here in Darlington, the lady in black, this egg shaped fun little contraption we got going on here, 1.31 miles. Are you excited about this?
It's another short track, and we love short tracks.
Yeah, it's a weird one for sure. It's got a little bit of a short track aspect, a little bit of a 1.5 mile an hour. You see there in turns 1 and 2, you get that 1.5 mile an hour turn, and then it tapers in to that shorter track feel. Trying to avoid his neighbor's property when he started to build the track. Fun fact. That's why it's shaped that way. As just a throwback night here with the Davis Brothers Roofing 200. So just going to be a fun night of racing as we're on up board with T.W. Garrett, as Joe Stafford has the lead right now in qualifying. He's off track right now, but with a 28.59 and Joseph Lester behind him with a 28.60. Top four guys all within a tenth of a second.
Yeah, it's gonna be some really close racing today. They all seem to be relatively right around the same timing. We haven't seen Joe Stafford, as he is our provisional pole sitter as of right now. So we're waiting for everybody else to finish, but we haven't seen him up in the front all too much. Definitely a stronger driver on some of these shorter tracks, so see what he can do today.
Yeah, so Joseph Lester up there as well. He's been top runner other than some bad luck last week, but really salvaged a good finish there, stayed in it. He actually won the truck series this week at Darlington, so he's got some practice. We know he can win. We know he's got speed. It's all about having the guts to do it here at Darlington, because as you know, you've got to run that super high line to be fast, because you're just one big turn coming out of 1 and 2. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, see how these guys do. If we are going to get some cautions here, I know in the NASCAR event, I always talk about the NASCAR event. I always watch, do my research. It was a lot of the same exact accident over and over again, coming out of turn 2, getting sideways, and hitting that safer barrier head on. So we're going to see what happens here. Definitely excited to see how they do.
Yeah, it's interesting that you actually say that, because you would think of all places, turn 2 would be the last place you would wreck. Coming out of turn 2, with turn 1 and turn 2 being about a 25-degree banking down to the straightaway. It's not like it's a tight bank or tight turn either. It's a very long progressive turn. It's been a long time since I've raced here as well, so I don't remember how bad the conditions are coming out of turn 2, but you would think it'd be more so turn 4 where you would have issues, where it's a tighter turn and only a 23-degree banking.
Right. So what I was seeing with them is that they would come out of turn 2. It progresses to that flat banking as they go into the straightaway, and I think that's where a lot of people lost it, because you lose that grip. As we are going to grid up here. Your grid is brought to you, as with the whole race, brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing. Let me as we're just going to go ahead and get started on our grid, and you're going to see some throwbacks. Really good stuff here. They've put out. They are doing throwbacks just like they did in real life, and see if we can recognize any. As we got qualifying pole is Joe Stafford, as he's going to be leading us there on the inside row. Outside, we talked about him earlier, is going to be Joseph Lester.
It's the Joe Show on the front row.
It is. It's the Joseph Show, as Ryan Samuelson is coming in fourth with number 81. Or I'm sorry, third. In fourth is Kavaja Holt. Fifth place is going to be Barrett Coffey. Sixth place is number 16 Toyota of Seba. I'm sorry, is our first Toyota on the grid. On the inside of row number 4, it's going to be Nick Stein. And number 8, our winner from last week, there's Raymond Root. And number 9. In ninth position, number 32, Brian Ternowski. And in 10th place, Thomas Neal in that number 2 car.
So you got last week's pole sitter, which is now sitting in 11th this week, is Austin Story. Charles Eaton is in 12th place to his outside. Brad Haldane in 13th. And number 90 car. T.W. Garrett in 14th. J.C. Gibson in 15th, rounding up your top 15. Steve Dardaris in 16th. Chris Cloud, your league admin, rather. Thank you to him. Oh, we've got some trouble here on the pace lap. Steve Gibberson in 18th. Derek Jacobs in 19th. And rounding up your top 20 is Marty Roberts Jr.
And in the 21st position, we've got Dean Weeks.
It's Mike Contino. I think SDK's a little messed up. Mike Contino's in 21st. Kevin Rourke in 22nd. Dean Weeks in 24th. 25th is Michael Skinner. Tim Trowbridge in 26th. 27th is Donnie Gatton Jr. 28th is Matthew Gaskins. Alan Hidson, 29th. Nicholas Bardenbach in 30th. And we have a couple more. I know we had a full field last week. We do seem to have a full field this week. So, 31st, Chad Sanner. 32nd, Randy Spivey. Neil Hale in 33rd. Tom McGee, 34th. Louis Fetterman in 35th. Jarrett Phillips, 36th. Danielle Fink in 37th. And Jarrett Smalls in 38th.
There we go. As we are working on, got our trading paints, so we're going to see some cool throwback schemes once we get around there. As the pace lights are off, we are going to be going green here. As Joe Stafford's going to bring him around in that number 57 car. And we are green. Already off to a little bit of an issue there behind him. As Kavaja Holt gets into him. Everybody's swirling around.
Because those cold tires.
As we already have issues.
Oh. Big old pile up.
Yeah, so we've already got some action. Lap 1, as you saw right off the get-go. Some of our leaders had issues with cold tires. Got to get out there. Got to warm up these tires, as you're going to see that. We saw that in the Truck Series, the real race in the Truck Series. Cold tires caused a huge pileup, so let's get back and see what happened here. Oh, there it is. As everybody's just getting into each other there. Number 75 caught up in it. Jeez, everybody caught up in that one.
Can we go back a little bit? Because that, I don't know, that almost looked like he came up and then came down, back down, and smacked into him. I don't know what's going on, but I did notice while we were going through the grid, there was a little bit of an incident on the pace lap. Somebody getting taken out.
Looks like it's going to be the number 71 car. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Yep, as the number 32 gets into the 71 and just causes chaos from there. As everybody just gets into each other. That's going to happen with that. You know, it's an unfortunate event here at Darlington. But yeah, as you were saying, even under yellow, there was some issues. As we're going to go back to that restart. I'm going to show you what I was talking about there. Let's pause. Let's get on the Joe Stafford and see just that little bit of wheel spin there. And I'm sure that happened all the way down. As number 23 getting through, let's see what he saw. Just wheeling right there. See him just holding steady there. So yeah, already an exciting race. I'm saying that's gonna happen a while here until everybody figures this track out, until we can get it going, until we can figure out what's gonna happen with these tires. This is a huge tire track, huge place where tire wear really plays into factor. And you know they're going that 200, so they're going that 147 laps. Pit window is about every 30 to 50 laps on fuel. Tires are a little bit different. They're gonna need tires for sure.
Look at how compressed this group is right now. They're ready to go.
Yeah, that was a long time on the replay, trying to get that right, trying to get a good video of it. But there was just so much going on in that accident. As hopefully you're going to see a little bit cleaner start as Joseph Lester's just going to go on the outside there.
Just leaving everybody in the dust.
So we're approaching turn 1.
Working that high line, I like to see it. It is a progressive banking track.
Yeah, one of the first, and it is absolutely wild how high that you have to get. You know, the low side is just, as we've already got a car getting this Darlington right there.
47, trying to make a move on the 44. Doesn't quite make it happen, though.
Yes, there's going to be so much going on in this race. As we're going to go back up and check out our leader. Joseph Lester is just gone. Use that jump. Use it to his advantage. As
So
Joe
there's not
Stafford.
much, even with the progressive banking on this track, there's not much of like a multi-groove. You could run too wide, but it's just a little bit more dangerous because, like I said, it's just not one of those tracks that really have the multi-groove function.
Yeah, and that you were saying that progressive banking is what, 28 degrees is what you said?
I think 25 on turns 1 and 2, 23 degrees on turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, 25, which I think super speedways are 30. So not much less than that. So if you can ride that high line, but the difference is with here, you get that grass, or not grass, get that dirt, get that stuff up there. You're liable to lose it. But yeah, there's not 2 lanes here. There's only that 1 lane. You can make a pass on the bottom. But more than likely what's going to happen is you're going to either have to come up or you're going to wear out your tires so much faster. So it's a lot of give and take here, a lot of figuring out. As we've already got, let's see, we got a crash involving Randall Spivey. Let's go take a look at that. Oh,
He is.
looks like he saved it. Are they going to keep it green? I believe they did. Yep, as they're going to keep it green. Randall Spivey getting a little out of shape there. And yeah, Joseph Lester has about a 0.5 second gap. He's got into that outside wall a couple times as Joe Stafford's hunting him down. As we've got a caution here. As let's take a look at the 41 here. So let's see what happened there.
Ooh, slow car.
Yep, just gets a little bit into the 11 and actually gets a lot into the 11. Gives him some damage and
As well as the 7 there too.
yep, it's Derek Jacobs caught up in it. A lot of people caught up in that, so let's check it one more time. What happened there? Number 41 of Alan Hinton. Just coming in hot. We got a car on the outside there. Now the number 11 was very off pace there of Lauren Jones. So, you know, and it just, we're not in the cars, we don't know, but big incident there as we're going to get back. And once you pull in Joseph Lester if you can, if you got time, as everybody's making their pit cycles right now. We're going to try and talk to Joseph Lester as he got that awesome jump at the beginning of the race.
Go faster racing. Just remember that. Joseph Lester, this Christian and Jonathan, or James in the booth rather. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
So hey Joseph,
Hey.
coming off your win in the Truck Series, leading this race, getting a little comfortable with the pace car there. How are you feeling?
I mean, I hit the wall about lap 6 or so. Other than that, the car's handling good. It's a little tight, but I think I'll be fine if it goes green.
Yeah, you've looked strong the past couple of weeks. Definitely have more of a long run car. So definitely been waiting to see it pull one off. I was hoping for it last week. So hopefully we can keep that nose and tail clean this week. Darlington one of your strongest tracks, or?
It's about my 4th best track, but yeah, it's not the greatest.
So, which scheme are you rocking, and then we'll let you go.
I'm rocking a DuPont Jeff Gordon scheme.
And so I guess got that Rainbow Warrior on there. Well, man, I appreciate you, and good luck the rest of the race.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So that was Joseph Lester, the number 9 car, current leader right now. The outside of Joe Stafford there.
And I want to just go back through real quick and get some of these paint schemes in. We missed it in the beginning because of our my trading paints. They are doing those throwback schemes.
You know what would be cool? So I've always been a fan of Tony Stewart. If we could find somebody in the 20 car rocking a Home Depot paint, that would be awesome.
You know, it's crazy. I was brought into this sport on Tony Stewart, so got the Tide car there. I love that. That's bringing back some nostalgia. I had that in one of my McDonald's racing wacky packs or whatever, the kids meal. I remember that. Mountain Dew. Alan Henson rocking that tan car. Doesn't look like we're gonna find any. Let's see, as we're probably one to go, about to go green here with the lights out. Joseph Lester's gonna take him around. And again, gets a really good jump off the line.
Another great jump by Joseph Lester.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do on these. You know, I hate calling it. Oh, as we got a little bit of wreck back there. Let's go look. Like
might be able to keep it. Oh! Big hit in the outside wall there.
Oh, and the checkups. Bunch of checkups back there. Let's go check it out.
Oh, that was the previous, right? Previous caution.
Oh, yes, it was. You are correct. I was almost about to call the 11 out for being involved in another one. Yeah, not call them out, but you know what I mean? Call it out, I suppose. All right, let's see. TW Garrett. Let's go on board with him, see what he saw. Oh.
41 actually caught up in another one. He just got out of that previous wreck of the last caution. Very unfortunate.
As you can see, that's what started it. Is this little get together here? Just what I said. Coming out of turn 2. Gets a little bit loose, that slows him up.
Actually, it looked like the 69 got a bit of a run on the 96 there and just got into the back of him a little bit and got him loose.
Yeah, and this is the 750 horsepower package with the low downforce. So once this happened, stacks everybody up behind him. And then it's just progresses from there. A lot of people caught up in that one. Unfortunate there. There's really not a lot you can do on some of these tracks, especially if you're running the high line at Darlington, and there's a issue. You do not want to go into 3 and 4 on the low side, so you're very adverse to going down there in the first place, and then you throw in a wreck, and it's just very hard. It looks like there's a lot of room in turns in the backstretch to avoid wrecks, but at the same time, if that yellow's not flying and you're still trying to make up track position, you do not want to be caught low.
Yeah.
And it's a deceptively fast track with that banking too, so it's very hard to figure out where you're at and try and do that. Because we're going to throw up some sponsors here on the screen real quick. Some of the sponsors of this series, keep it going, keep these guys getting paid. This is a free-to-run league that does pay out to the pole sitters, which is right now. Let's take a look here as I'm going to put up the tower. So you can see who our top 20 is. So we got ButtKicker. Everyone knows what that is. I've got a really fun vintage commercial I'm going to get ready to throw up from them. But that it sends bass through your seat, kind of hits you in the rear and lets you know you're getting sideways. Followed by Davis Brothers Roofing. They are a residential and commercial roofing if you happen to be in the Tennessee area. They've been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. As well as on-target performance group, improve your business performance and business profitability, lower business costs, and get on track for continuous business improvement.
Joseph Lester off to another jump. He's not waiting for nobody.
Oh, he's not, as I didn't even know they were going green, and he's gone. As the field's just got to figure out, as we are.
Another caution loop.
Another caution there. As let's see what happened. Let's see what we can see here. As this is coming off the green on Nicholas Breidenbach. Oh, just gets involved with the 14 there. Oh.
So we got two pot throwbacks. Looks like. I like it. You see there on the bumper, give me the bid. I'm liking these schemes, man. These paint schemes.
Yeah. So, and I'm not as old school. You know, I'm not the old school guy as far as knowing all that stuff. So,
no, I'm not too. I'm not either, but I like to look at them. A lot of them are pretty nice to look at. Some interesting designs.
So, I think what we're saying is that there was a kind of a bad start, trying to avoid an accident, or a black flag gets involved, and there's really nothing you can do at that point. That's the iRacing, unfortunately. So we got some takers down pit road. Michael Skinner is our first, followed by Chris Cloud, Louis Fetterman, Steve Darderas, Randy Spivey, Lauren Jones. Thomas Neal was our last one. So trying to maybe game the system there, see if they can, if they're going to get another caution, you know, maybe they might get lucky and beat some guys out. Who knows? Once this racing cleans up, it's a hard place to restart. So you can't really put it all on these guys. I wonder if that's going to come back to get Joseph Lester. So everybody pretty much knows his move now. He's going to go early. Wonder if he decides to stack the field up here. What do you think, Christian?
I think it would be smart to stack them up and just kind of wait till you come out of turn 4 instead of just going once the pace car leaves, because everybody's going to sit there and expect you to go right away. It would shake things up. But then again, maybe he's looking to get those early restarts.
Yes, we'll see what he decides to do here as the pace lights are coming off. Let's see where he decides to go here. He might decide to stay on that inside line, see how that's going to work out for him. He's got Seba Corns behind him, Cornez. Joe Stafford in the number 3 position, our pole sitter. He won that On Target Performance Group Pole Sitter Award. Barrett Coffee, Kavaja Holt, rounding him out. As I think this is going to be our best view coming to green of Joseph Lester to be able to see the rest of the field. So we're going to see that pace car take that hard left and see what Joseph does.
It looks like he's stacking them up too. He's going to wait.
A little bit of a wheel spin there as I'm hearing the call for checking up in the backstretch. He's going to leave him again. As we're going back in the field here, checking out some folks. As it seems like we're just having a lot of folks having trouble on those restarts. And, you know, when Joseph, it's a mind game when you're up there, especially this many times. We've had 4 cautions, I believe, in 27 laps. Mm-hmm. And every time Joseph has to try and get his advantage that he earned by being in first at the beginning of those cautions. As we see, we got a little bit of an issue. As we got a little battle here for first place. Joe Stafford's coming back up there. Joe in that number 57 green machine.
Run into turn 3 there on with Joe Stafford. Coming up on Joseph Lester.
See, and that's another thing. It's hard to pass here. As you can just hear those tires.
That steering angle. Well, I guess he's got an offset set to his steering wheel.
Yeah, Seba's coming up behind him in that number 16 car. Big battle here for for second, as we got 4 cars involved. Joseph Lester leading him, number 57, 16 of Seba Cornez, and Barrett Coffee rounding them out. Really battling there. And Ryan Samuelson in the back just watching. And remember, these guys all are in the top 4. We're qualified in the top 4. So these guys all are within, we know at their fastest, they are within, what, 1/10 of a second. So let's see what they do for strategy-wise. Are they going to decide to hang back here and chill out? As we're going to go back and see, as we've got a little bit of a battle going on here. Actually, I must say on this one,
See what the number 4 car there.
that's Barrett Coffee.
Can make, if you see if he can make a move. Oh, they're getting a little loose there in the back straight, or the front straight rather, as they come across the start-finish line for 32 of 147.
Yeah, so Seba is just gonna back out of that one, getting a little loose, backs out, and no harm in that. Rather do that than wreck, as we're gonna take a look at Joey Gibson here, followed by Michael Skinner. A little bit of a battle going on there, as you can really see how that inside versus outside line works. I like that profile, Michael. Oh, as he gets in the wall there, as I see, trying to make that high line work. Michael's going underneath. Just the speed differential from the top to the bottom is absolutely insane. As you can get and ride that wall and still come out faster.
Yeah, I was gonna say the part of the new aero package that iRacing had done a couple of months ago with these cars. There's now actual
As we got another
wind
caution.
buffering
And what were you
along
saying
the
on that?
pole. With the new aero package that iRacing came out with a couple months ago, when you're riding up along that wall, there's a little bit of a air buffer between your car and the wall now. So as the air rushes around the car, in between the car and the wall, there's this air cushion, which you can get a lot of speed from the wall now, from being up close.
We're going to try and see what happened. Because we're going to see if you got any takers for pits here. And we don't really know what happens there. I've heard on the radio that somebody blew up. I also heard that you see a lot of takers coming in the pit road. Joseph Lester, Joe Stafford, Ryan Samuelson. Getting word that we've got it figured out. Let's take a look. It's going to be the number 17 of Jarrett Small. And he is off. But he's not off my screen. I'm just in the wrong camera because I'm a doofus. There we go. Let's see if we can find him. Because that's already after the yellow come out. Must be having some issues there with his internet. I can't pick him up. So a lot of takers there for pit road. Chris Cloud, as Chris Cloud has came up 14 positions. Tim Trowbridge in second. 24th. Michael Skinner is up 24 positions at Ware to the number 1. He last pitted on lap 17. So pretty much everybody but these three, Michael Skinner, Tim Trowbridge, and Chris Cloud, came in on that lap, getting about 20 positions, as Joseph Lester had a really strong time down pit road. 14.9 seconds, as he is in the 4th place position now on new tires.
See
Followed by-
there, number 74 car of Tim Trowbridge's last pit on lap 3.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be at a disadvantage. Lap 3 is not. That's a lot of laps on tires. Even if you take into effect that it's only green light tires, I get that. But definitely a interesting choice to go with that. At some point, you just got to go for it, you know.
Yep. So Michael Skinner and Tim Trowbridge will lead off this restart. Pace lights are out. Still a little bit of ways to go as they come down towards turn 3. And then pace car will jump down into the pit. So I lost my train of thought. I was gonna ask you a question there, but back a little while ago, my brain hasn't been working quite properly today. There goes the pace car, and Michael Skinner will lead them off and take a big jump. Actually, kind of doing the same thing that Joseph Lester was doing the past few restarts.
Yeah, as he learned, you've got to get that advantage. If they're going to give it to you, you got to take it. As Joseph Lester's already making up ground, passing as Chris Cloud has fallen back. Tim is holding his own against him, though. Let's see if he can keep it up. Remember, Tim is on old tires, and Joseph Lester is on brand new tires. Just got them. Still got the stickers on them guns.
Hot off the press. Going too wide. Down into turn 1, makes it clean, makes it stick.
Yeah, gonna make that pass pretty easily there, as he's might have a little bit harder time with Michael Skinner battling. He is now a second and a half ahead, Michael is. As Barrett Coffey's also gonna pass number 74, Tim Trowbridge.
Tim Trowbridge just having some trouble on those old tires. He's gotten up into the wall twice now.
Yeah, just trying to keep it safe, trying to pretty much just hoping for another yellow is what he's hoping for, so that he can save just a little bit more fuel, get back in that window. The window is on fuel is 50 laps. So that's probably what he's doing. He's probably saying, you know what, I'm already up here. Might as well stick it out, see if I can make it to lap 50. As Joseph Lester has made up his time on Joseph Skinner. He's now within a third of a second. As he is pushing, he wants this win bad.
Guys gotta be careful though and worry about heating up his tires a little bit too much to try to battle and take this back.
Yeah, heating them tires up. Working on Michael Skinner here. Leaning on him, you know, make him burn his stuff up as well.
Trying to pass. Can he make it stick? Oh, they touch.
Yeah, a little bit of touch in there, a little bit on that inside line as Barrett Coffey's going to capitalize and come up on him. Coming up behind us, Joseph really wants this spot, really wants to lead that lap.
Pushes him out of the way. It almost looked like that.
Yeah.
Michael Skinner just got a little bit loose. And props to him for getting down so that way he doesn't cause him a bigger incident.
Yeah, let's take a look at that that pass again as we see Michael Skinner there. Just getting a little loose.
Alright. So clean pass. Joseph Lester did not take him out of his way.
No, not at all. And you know, Michael Skinner might have decided there, he might have, you know, waved the right flag. And I said, you know what, go by. Go ahead. As we got another caution, we got Ryan Samuelson crashing.
That was your second place finisher from last week.
Oh, looks like the 74 just gets loose, turns into him. Really, nothing he can do there. Absolutely, and that's Tim Trowbridge. So those tires really, got him loose coming out of turn 4. Caused that incident, unfortunately for Tim. He's going to find the pits this time. As if you want to call in Raymond Root and get him up here as our winner from last week, let's see what he's got going on as far as the paint scheme. Got that OutCast Sim Paints. Again, OutCast Sim Paints is one of the league sponsors. And he's repping that league with Specialist Reigns on the nameplate there. Is that
number
unfortunately
69?
passed away? Yes, it is. He's in Field Filler Racing, I believe.
Yep. His name changed to RJ Root. Hey Raymond, this is Christian and James up in the booth. Got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey man, how's it going? How's the race going?
It's been a rough one. We got into that little scuffle with our teammate and got quite a bit of damage, but we're working on it, trying to get back up there.
Yeah, we just saw the incident with Ryan Samuelson in the 81. But tell us about the throwback paint you got rocking.
We're throwing it back to Dale Jr.'s Born on Date car. I think this is the 2004 one, but it's one of my favorite paint schemes, especially with the chrome red.
Definitely. James, you got anything?
Yeah, it looks super good. So you've already punched your ticket. Fortunately, you've got a little bit. You can do away with a little bit of bad luck. Unfortunately, your teammate getting involved there. So, what's your plan for the rest of the race? I see you have not done too much repairing on that car.
We've actually done all of the repairs that we can do, which is why we just got the lap back. But we're just gonna ride this out and try to salvage possibly a top 10. We got a car that can definitely run up there. When I was a lap down, I drove all the way back up there, so I know I still got a top 10 car, and we're just hoping that we can get through this traffic.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is there anything else you wanted to add? Because I was about to send it back because I think the lights are about to go off.
I mean, we're just gonna run it out. Hopefully, I'll see you guys at the end of this race.
Yeah, definitely. We would love to talk to you again. See you get back up into the top 3. But we'll go ahead and send you back before the pace car goes down. You enjoy the rest of your race, man.
Thank you.
As Joseph Lester's found his way back to the front, so him and Barrett Coffey have done this dance before. As Joseph Lester's going to take the outside line here with the pace lights off.
So Lester taking over that front spot again. What do you think his chat is this time?
I think he's a little young to gamble. Joseph Lester is a young prodigy here, young gun in the series. So all this gambling happens on iRacing. So I think he stacks them up here, actually. He's listening to the broadcast, prove me wrong, but yeah, he's in
There you go. Called it right this time.
It gets a little bit squirrely there, as I think we're going to see that a lot as the race continues. That's 750 horsepower you're trying to put down on a asphalt track. Let's just see real quick. I'm going to show you. As Austin Story's going to fall back a little bit as Barrett Coffey comes in. Let's see what the weather's like down there as we got track temperature's 100 degrees right now. So that's not going to help your tires. It's dead in the middle of the day.
Well, Salt is helping his tires right now because he's blown away again, creating a gap between him and second. Definitely looks like Lester has more so a long run car. We haven't had too many green laps quite yet, but he's definitely got a short gain car.
Yeah, we don't know who has a long run car yet because of all that.
I don't know. Fix that.
I do know you're a little bit of a storyline here. Austin Story had to do a pass through. Got a black flag for passing the number 2 car, since he's going to go a lap down there as we catch the number 9 pass him.
I'll put him a lap down.
Yep.
So yeah, we definitely haven't seen any long pace runs yet to see who quite has the longer run on these cars, but it's either the 4 of Barrett Coffee now trying to gain some time back and catch Joseph Lester.
Yes, Barrett Coffee been there the whole time. Michael Skinner is actually up 20 positions as he's fighting the number 15 at Kavaja and the number 16 at Steve Corns behind him. His number 16 is going to get by him as we talk. Trying to go low. I may have spoke too soon. He may not have enough to get by him.
Do you see Corns trying to make that car stick?
As he's not going to have it. But Michael Skinner is actually coming fresh off of a win in the NIS. He was in the NASCAR series. Had some good green flag runs, so he does have a green flag car, he says. But he won the League Xfinity race. So he had a few cars making back time in the long run. So he's got a short run car, but the caution right as the green flag stops were happening. Skinner definitely dominated short run. So he's got a short run car. Let's see as he gets into the wall a little bit there. Oh, as he gets into the wall hard. That is not a Darlington stripe, folks. Rod Caster's curse full force right there as he gets a little loose and goes into the pits. Flying through the pits, actually.
That's the back straightaway. That's not the front.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, well, he's got. Look at the pair on him. He's all right.
What are your rules?
Dude was up. Oh!
Oh!
Barrett Coffee gets into Joseph Lester's. Both cars clean it up as Barrett Coffee comes back down.
Oh, and just barely gets through by the skin of his teeth. Is that the right phrase?
Yeah. Barrett Coffee. Oh my gosh. Just gets involved there.
It looks like Joseph Webster might actually keep his first position.
As we stepped away from the leaders battle way too early, as we see what's going on here, as looks like Barrett Coffee tries to go low.
Comes up and just touches Lester there on that left side.
Yeah, it looks like he just gets a little... Oh, Joseph Lester comes down just a little bit, guarding that high line. That's what you want to do. Looks like the air pushes Joseph up as he just keeps it off the wall. Fantastic driving, of course, by Joseph Lester.
Crosses him up.
So
looks like he got into the back of him there.
Yeah, so he makes the pass. Joseph Lester gets into him a little bit, and then unfortunately that's what happened.
And then right here,
almost saved it.
So close.
As Joseph did take that time to pat. All right, so a couple takers on pit road. Barrett Coffee, Raymond Root's going to come into pit. Joseph Lester came in. Brad Haldane is going to be your leader now. He's up 12 positions. Chris Cloud has been finding his way up there as he's going to pit right now. As we'll see how everything shakes out here. As Austin Story is going to get his lucky dog, is going to get his lap back there. That was an iRacing incident. He was in second place. Unfortunately, got sent to the back from a black flag for passing second. Sometimes that happens when you have first and second, as when the leader gets to choose lanes. Sometimes that happens. iRacing doesn't like that, so it decides to throw a wrench in that, as that's what happened. But Austin is going to get his lap back here as he's going to come into pit right now. Take advantage of that. So Michael Skinner, Barrett Coffee, those guys are going to be our last cars a lap in, as Brad Haldane is leading with Dean Weeks behind him. Dean Weeks is up 22 positions. If I am not incorrect, he is our hard charger for right now, as Brad's going to take the bottom line here as they're coming to the green.
Brad Haldane giving himself a bunch of room there between him and the pace car.
Yep, getting a little bit spaced out there. It's, as everybody's giving each other a lot of space, it seems like, all the way through the field. Everybody's kind of, pace car is in. Let's take a look. As Brad Haldane's going to wait for the green flag. Green flag's going to wave, and off goes Brad Haldane.
5.
Oh, as we already got somebody in the wall.
Looks like they might keep it green, actually.
They
Good eyes
will.
on everybody there.
As Mike Contino looked like got loose on that restart. He's on old tires, lap 34. Stacked him up as we got a little bit of battle behind him.
Great eyes on everybody during that restart. Able to check up and not take anybody out.
Yeah, for sure. As we got a little race up here as Steve has taken his leave. Got about a second gap between, or Brad Haldane got about a second lead between him and Steve Giberson. Racing the number 9 of Joseph Lester. As Joseph Lester's going to get a little bit of low, try and make that corner. We got a wrecking behind him. Baja Holt. Parked in the middle. Oh, catches the, oh man. Ugh, what can you do there?
Can't. Very unfortunate. Kavaja just sitting there in the middle. It's not like he can really go anywhere, because the best bet when you're in the middle like that is just to hit the brakes and stop the car so everybody can get it around you. It's a lot easier to hit a stop target than it is to miss a moving target. Unfortunately, with that smoke, 47 just not knowing where Kavaja is sitting with other cars around him. Not much he can just do there.
No,
Very unfortunate.
And that's not even on him, really. That was a somebody in front of him. Looks like the number 55 car there, as you can see, gets in the wall, cuts him down. And then who was that got into him? Is that the number 47 car?
Just
Oh, it was.
very unfortunate. Oh no, there's the 47 car, yeah, Tom McGee.
Oh, and just right. No way to see him there. Unfortunately, pulls a
Very
lot of other people
unfortunate.
involved. As we are going to show, I got something to show here, so check out the broadcast. We are going to be showing you the ButtKicker throwback commercial. Here we go. If that doesn't bring you back, I don't know what will. And that's not that old of a commercial, mind you. It's like 10 years old, but I guess I'm showing my age. Yeah, been along 28 years.
Very interesting commercial.
Yeah, that was. I didn't know ButtKicker started that way. It makes sense. But yeah, they're one of our sponsors here at the at Sunday Night NASCAR. As Brad Haldane is going to bring him across. Let's see if he can give Joseph Lester some of his own medicine as we come to the restart here.
Yeah, Joseph Lester making his way back up from an earlier incident. Bear of coffee. Brad Haldane leading him off.
Oh, and again stacked up.
Tire spin
Randy
again.
Spivey. I don't want to go away from the leaders too here, but because Joseph Lester got about 20 lap pressure tires. I don't know what that translates to in green flag tires, but definitely been aggressive here. Definitely wanting to make that pass, wanting to lead this race. See if he can make it two wins in this league in a week as he makes the pass down low on the straightaway. That is hard to do. Takes the lead away from Brad Haldane. Joseph Lester is your leader once again as we're going to take a look back and see. We got a race back here. Jarrett Phillips, Steve Dardarius, Barrett Coffey. Barrett Coffey trying to come back from that incident with the number 9 of Joseph Lester. Trying to make the move on the number 3 there, Steve Dardarius. And Jarrett Phillips.
Yeah, Joseph Lester and Barrett Coffey, they got into one another a few laps back. And it looks like Joseph Lester has actually came out on top from that one. So not only did he retain his lead after the incident, but he went down into the pits, both of them, and has managed to work his way back up.
Yeah, Seba's taking his way up, trying to just up one spot. He's been hanging out top 5. He's got the stuff to do it. He's trying to pass Dean Weeks, who is a quick mover. As he
to the 27, they're trying to get past Dean Weeks as well.
And Dean is on those old tires. One of those 30 came in on the 30 lap 34, and now he's going to make it up to Brad Haldane.
Being held up just a little bit. Gonna try to make it on the inside. Can he make it stick down there?
He's got the tires to do it. He's pretty much just banking on those guys on the outside to make a very short mistake. As Brad is our last driver holding out from that first pit cycle of the 34, as he should be coming into pit here probably about 10-15 laps, as he's going to get the bumper from JC Gibson. JC Gibson's going to let him know, hey, I'm here. Get moving, buddy. There's another battle going on behind him. Barrett Coffey. As I don't know if that is a lap car that they are working on. Brad Haldane, the number 90, is it? Yes, that is the number 69, Raymond Root. Trying to work his way back. As it's just these, just stacked up right there. Raymond Root fighting for his position. As we got another yellow.
Steve Dardarius.
We'll take a look.
Kind of getting poked there by the 96. Oh, very unfortunate. Oh, taking a wild ride.
Oh, man. Let's dance indeed, as Steve just gets freaking demolished there. As let's see what happened. From that left rear. As you get a good look inside the motor there.
Got a little too close there.
Yeah, goes for a ride. Holds his brakes very well. Good on him, as he's going to be in the pits there. So Joseph Lester leading him around. Joe Stafford. Seba Corns. Definitely those top 3 finding their way back up there. The only one they're missing is unfortunately Ryan Samuelson, who is a lap down, got involved in some incidents. But Joseph Lester, we've seen this before, haven't we? We're gonna.
The Joe Show once again.
Yeah, Joe Stafford and Joseph Lester. Let's see what they do. Joseph, what do you think? Inside or out? What's the over/under?
I think he's going to continue on the inside. Rather, the outside. My apologies. I think he might get an early jump.
As a couple takers for pit here. Barrett Coffee, you saw he was up there. He decided to pit there for probably tires and fuel. As well as Raymond Root, who you saw was our lucky dog. He decided to go in and get some fuel. As we can take a look at lap times. You see Joseph Lester, 118.52. Joe Stafford in the 18.63. Seba in the 118.5. So you can see they're definitely all running together. Definitely all running similar speeds. Oh, of course, because that's under caution, and I'm an idiot. So, they're all running about 1.5 minutes, which is slower than Daytona. So, yeah. How about we go to best time? There we go. That's a bit more like it. 28.92 seconds. Joseph Lester is leading with the fastest lap in that top 5. So, with that 28, I don't see any more 28s on the board. So Joseph definitely has the advantage for speed. So if he's up there because of his skill, as well as Joe Stafford as well with that 29.05. Definitely some quick news as the lights are off, and we are about to go green as Joseph Lester takes the outside line. Eat it.
Excited to go, man. He's riding the bump over that pace car. He's like, come on, man, just get out of my way.
Yeah, he's been given a furled black flag from the flag man for getting a little bit close to the pace car there. Now he's just having a good time up there, lead. You know that the rear end of that pace car is a good thing to see.
There he goes.
Decides to take him for a ride. As Joseph Lester is holding off a field of hard chargers here, and Joe Stafford right behind him. We got battles all around here as Seba behind him is passing again on the bottom side. Passing JC Gibson as we go back up front. Joseph Lester just trying to do what he's been doing this whole time, and I think we should just hear him and go to a turn it up. What do you think?
I would love to do that.
All right, let's go to a turn it up section, and this turn it up section is brought to you by ButtKicker. If you have one of them attached, get ready for a wild ride. As we are under caution here, bring you back from that turn it up section as we're going to see what happened here. It's like Jared Phillips got a little out of sort. Let's see. Check out the number 90 car there. Number 90 cars. Looks like number 77 just got into the wall a little bit and then unfortunately caused some issues later on down the road.
Very unfortunate.
Double O of Lewis Fetterman involved. Unfortunate for him. Of course, they're all unfortunate, right? But especially here where you see a lot of people just getting in the wall, and it's you can't keep it in the wall here with the banking. This is not a self-cleaning track. You know, you don't really have a lot of places as the double zeros. We're going to take a look at him. That's hate to do it here, but Lewis Fetterman. Yeah, that chrome Hot Wheels, I really like that.
The 50th anniversary. I think last year was 100th anniversary for Snap-on. It would kind of be cool to see a throwback Snap-on paint scheme, but I don't think anybody's running one, so. It was on my mind seeing the 50th anniversary for Hot Wheels.
You know what? Me and you are going to get on all our alt accounts. We're going to get all our things we want to see. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do all these things. Tony Stewart's all the way back with Snap-on.
Exactly.
Hold on, I'm getting in right now. I'm going to get in this race. You're going to come meet what?
You just see some random car. Oh, that would be amazing. We're gonna need security out on turn 4.
You know, with as many cautions as we had, they probably wouldn't notice. If I got out there and caused a wreck, they'd be like, "Who's this guy?" Who knows? Get yelled at and bounce. Of course, my name's the same in the Discord, so y'all would know it was me. Unfortunately, I'd have to use my wife's iRacing account that she doesn't know she has. As Joseph Lester, Joe Stafford. You've heard it before, as they're going to come around. So we're going to go through the field here a little bit. Seba behind him, Michael Skinner in 4th, JC Gibson in 5th, Kevin Rourke in 6th position, up 16 spots. Neil Hale up 26 spots to the number 7 position. Barrett Coffey, Austin Story, and Chris Cloud hanging in there as we come down the backstretch. Chris Cloud, the leader of these league Sunday night racing, putting on a really good show for his guys. So good to see him in the top 10 as we're going to go back to our leaders, Joseph Lester, because we never know when he's going to go. So we got to be on him early. As the pace car is going to take a hard left in. He's, like I said, he's gone.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to take a couple laps to stack them up, and then not a couple laps, but a couple restarts to stack them up, and a couple restarts to just let it go.
As you can see that gap as he just gets out in front. Takes that to his advantage as he bunches up the field there. And then just rockets ahead, which definitely helps him. As you see, there's the whole field has to worry about tires as well, as Joseph is on some old tires. About 36 lap tires. Again, don't know how many green flag laps that is. As Kevin Rourke making a move. In that number 99 car, swirly, moving it. Luckily, this is already the low downforce package, so his little bump in the rear might actually help him out, give him a little bit more downforce. What do you think?
I would hope so. I wish it worked like that, man.
Yep, better than the nothing that they've got going on right now as Kevin Rourke passed Barrett Coffey. These guys are battling for a top 5 position. As the
The
number
little
4
bump in
cars.
the, I was gonna say the little bump in the rear bumper there. That was can't really tell if it would help or if it's gonna trap air behind there in the bumper and hold the car up, more dragger.
Yeah, we just got some races through the field here now as Neil Hale and JC Gibson as we got a pass for second. As we're running side by side there, let's take a look at our second place. Michael Skinner passing Joe Stafford. So it seems like Joe Stafford, it really has that short run car. Of course, Michael Stafford has about 10 lap pressure tires. Again, on green flags, that's only probably 5 laps, but it still makes a difference. As Joseph,
tire wear.
go ahead.
Tire wear is definitely a big thing here. Like we said a couple times, a lot of these short tracks, tire wear is a big issue. So even 5-10 laps difference can be the difference between half a second of lap time.
Yeah, between tires and just skill, as Joseph Lester is running fantastic laps up there, but he's getting caught by Michael Skinner, as Michael Skinner's got those, like you said, those 5 extra laps of tires.
We have the stint overlay, but it doesn't really show the amount of green laps that are actually been put on these tires. So, Lester here can probably have more green laps on these new tires than on these older tires than Skinner. A little bit more worn out.
Yeah, as you can see, we've got a pretty good race here. You can see that little stint there. He's up 23 positions. Definitely the first one on those newer tires. As he gets to the bumper, the number 9, he's going to let him know he's here. He's going to let him know he's working for it. Let's see how Lester defends here. As you could just hear how gingerly he's getting into that throttle. As he's trying not to get into that number 9, trying to do it right, as we got a battle here for the lead, folks. Michael Skinner up 23 positions, chasing down Joseph Lester, getting on that back bumper, letting him know. Joe Stafford and Barrett Coffey behind him are watching this show as there's making tandem passes, it seems like. We got there. This number 4 car is going to pass and see what happens up here.
Battles for first and second. Battle for third and fourth, man. Things are getting crazy with only lap 95 and 147, so we're closing down pretty quick.
As we're seeing just how well these cars do on the long run, as Joseph Lester's losing a little bit of speed. Of course, he's, like you said, got those different tire stints, but not to beat Barrett Coffey back there, and he's running about a half a second faster on fresher tires. Pitted lap 74, one of the more fresh sets in the entire field. As I speak to it, he is coming up there in the battle here.
Like
Top
I said,
3, going at it.
You look at the stint, the Barrett Coffey pitted on lap 74, got fresh tires. Michael Skinner there pitted on 64. So like I was saying, even the 10 lap difference can mean the difference of half a second on lap or on track.
As Michael Skinner, takes the lead, gets low, gets past Joseph Lester. Joseph Lester gets in the wall just a little bit there on those old tires, trying to defend. Decides to give it up, and he has a battle on his hands from Barrett Coffey again. So let's see how this goes. As Joseph Lester's just going to give up the ghost here and back off Not a bad move. Save those tires a little bit, Joseph, as Barrett Coffee completes the pass, and now he's on a tear for Michael Skinner.
Joseph Lester now dropping back to third. Behind him is Joe Stafford and Cedric Torrance, who are all on the same last pit. So all their tires are about the same on wear. So
Yeah.
Joseph Lester can hold out against Joe Stafford and Seba Corns and can get into the pits for one last tire stop closer to the end. He might be able to make a move there for first position again. Again, it all comes down to strategy. It also depends on whether or not he stays out of trouble and keeps his nose clean.
Yeah, the only person right now that can feasibly make it on a green flag stop is going to be Marty Roberts Jr. You see him, he's a lap down. You actually can't see him because he is blinking out on my screen. There we go. We'll go back to Michael Skinner. How about that? As he's stepping away, as Barrett Coffey's catching up with him, running him down with those fresher tires. As we do have some takers on pit road here, Raymond Root pitting, Lewis Fetterman coming down. These guys trying to make it on strategy. It's worked for them before. As Barrett Coffey's still a little bit back. So let's go take a look through here. We've got Joseph Lester, Joe Stafford. Look at this battle back here for fifth. Seba Corns. And that's going to be Steve Darderis. Lap down there, getting into the wall a little bit. As Kevin Rourke in the number 99 car. Neil Hale in that 44. Brad Haldane fighting the number 10 of Chris Cloud in number 10. As they're running some pretty similar lap times. Dean Weeks back there in 11th. Nicholas Breidenbach. Gonna be trying to hold off Mike Montino there. As Barrett Coffey gets into some lap traffic and passes Michael Skinner. Let's take a look at that.
Coffee taking advantage of some of that lap traffic.
As we're going to see the replay here of that pass. Gets a run on him, 96, gets a little bit loose, tries to cut him up high, and the number one's just going to hold that high line. Gets in the wall a little bit. Let's see if we're going to see a slide job here.
Very nice move.
Gets that slide job. Holds it down right as they're coming into lap traffic. As lap traffic is going to start to be an issue as the number 4 is kind of taking it away. Opened up to a 0.5 gap.
Again, trying to take advantage of that lap traffic. Maybe he can try to put some space between him and Michael Skinner there. As Skinner's now going to get held up by the 11.
Yeah, in the 11, he's got to fight for his position here, but he's on some old tires, but he's fighting for that lucky dog. And you see, Michael Skinner is going to get past him. Joseph Lester hanging out all by his own in third. Kind of in a holding pattern here. Got a ton of time between him and the guy behind him of about a second and a half.
Austin Story making his way up.
Yeah, Austin Story. Number 23 car coming up on that lap cars. We got Seba following Joe Stafford and Kevin Rourke and Neil Hale behind him.
Definitely looks like everybody's kind of found their pace and on this track so far as we're rounding out to lap 108. Currently on 107. Kind of lining in one behind the other. Seems like they're trying to maybe get this race done.
Yeah, everybody's working. Everybody's trying to stay on that. Stay on that good pit strategy. There is going to be one cycle coming through here, and the way the pit entrance is here, it comes in off that short turn. So that little turn there, 3 and 4, you've also got to come in a little farther and try and get into that pits under green. That is very, very hard to do.
Yeah, not a lot of room to slow down there.
So we'll see what will happen. Of course, we won't know until we know. As
Quoted James.
Yeah.
James Ryle here. 2021. We won't know until we know.
Yep. You know, and it took me a long time to learn that. You won't know until you know. With brought to you by such gyms as It's Always in the Last Place You Look. As we see Seba coming up on Joe Stafford here in this battle for 5th position. This could be an important battle. You know, when you're thinking about lap times, it takes about 1 minute and 12 seconds to get through a lap cycle. So you want to... This is one of those places where if you're running a 31, so our leader's running a 31.25 his last lap, if you come in and you shave 2.5 seconds off your lap time, the earlier you come in, the better, depending on when you think you're going to get that caution. So that's something to think about of these guys that are running, you know, 3rd, 5th. You know, those guys might not be a bad idea to come in, get some tires, get some quicker lap times. As we see, the Austin Story came in at 74, and he's half a second faster than the guys around him. As Joseph Lester's watching the broadcast, he's going to come into the pit box and see if he's going to make it in on... See if he can get it slowed down. I believe he did. Joseph, I appreciate you checking in. He's watching the broadcast, man. I like it. We've said his name a lot, so I'm sure his ears are pricking up. As we got Harold Lester watching, Mandy Roberts, go get him, Marty Bill, number 55. Guys, if you are in the chat watching this, we appreciate you. Brought to you by SRM Sim Racing Media. You can send stars or whatever. That's a tip to us because we're so dang awesome. But I do want to mention they are having the All-Star Race. This SNN Sunday Night NASCAR is having an All-Star Race. You can vote in the chat of YouTube or Facebook. Go ahead and just type in there who you want to see get voted in by fan vote to the All-Star Race. Just go ahead and type in whatever you want in there that tells us who you're voting for so we can discern it. We'll be keeping track of that for the next following weeks up until, I believe it's June 13th. The reason I know that, Christian, is I will be at that race live, so I probably will not be broadcasting the All-Star Race, but definitely excited. As Michael Skinner is going to take the bait and come in as well.
Congratulations for getting into that All-Star Race, man. I'd love to have an opportunity like that. Maybe I'll try to get in next year.
Oh yeah, I will be at the real one. I'm not racing in it, unfortunately. That would be dope. But Spirit Coffee's gonna come in. Austin Story's gonna inherit that lead. But yeah, I will be in Texas watching that race with my dad and my brother-in-law, so it should be a really good time. Even though I was kind of disappointed when I saw the IRL Racing League, how they're going to do their stints and all that odd stuff. But we'll see how it works out. It should be fun to watch. 6 stages of racing, and I guess we'll just see, huh?
We won't know until we know.
You won't know till you know. But guys, again, you can vote to see who you want to see in the Sunday Night NASCAR Series All-Star Race fan vote. I think Joseph Lester is one of those you can vote for. Seba, Austin Story. Anyone in here you see that you like, just go ahead and vote for him as we follow in Austin Story. He's just going to hold out as long as he can. We saw this a little bit in the NASCAR, the Cup race earlier today. He's running 31s as we'll check in with Joseph Lester. Joseph Lester is running a 29.4. Already back on the lead lap. As we see here, let's go ahead and look at the tower. As you see our gap here, Joseph Lester is in that number 6 spot, 1 lap down. Neil Hill, Seba, Corns all coming in. So Joseph is just going to keep getting those positions. As he did pass Michael Skinner and Barrett Coffey in the pits, had a much smoother pit stop, came out, used that to his advantage. You're welcome. Hopefully we get a shout out. See, Chris comes out of the pits and almost catches in there. Joseph Lesser is burning it down with a 29.28. Take a look at Austin's story there. As they're going to come in. Oh, as Kevin Rourke misses that pit exit.
Pit entrance.
Pit entrance. And decides to bring it around one more time. Austin Story's in.
It's like that's going to put Joseph Lester there in the lead.
Yeah, Joseph, once everything cycles through, Joseph Lester will be in the league. Michael Skinner is trying to do his best to get up there and catch him, as you see him getting into the wall a little bit, riding it like it's a dirt car. As Dean Weeks is sniffing that first place position, last pitted at lap number 74, so he's well within his pit window. Gonna have to come in the last next 10 seconds or so, as he is 3 seconds off pace from Joseph Lester. As Joseph Lester gets into the number 61 car.
Keeps it straight though.
Keeps it straight. A little bit of damage. Of course, the outside of that car is already a little bit damaged. As number 61 of Mike Contino seems to be having some issues there, as Michael Skinner is going to pass him for what is essentially the lead. Is going to get into each other, bumping and grinding like they're coming to the checkered flag there. My gosh. Them guys just going at it. Joseph Lester's going to come out on top there. Let's see if we can see what happened.
Getting hung up behind the 60 there.
Just takes the initiative. Coming with that lap car in the way. Trying to squeeze by him. Lester tried to pinch him, not giving up that spot. He knows he's fighting for the lead there in second place. Joseph Lester. If he has fought off so much here. As we have a little bit of an issue here, see if we can get a yellow. Michael Skinner coming back up on him, and Dean Weeks is just waiting for the inevitable up there, as he's about a second slower at this point, and Michael Skinner's going to pass Joseph Lester. Oh, they get into each other. He's going to save it. Joseph Lester's is going to save it. Wow.
Very unfortunate.
Let's see this battle. As the 96. Oh, just gets tired of being behind him, it looks like. Turns him. See what Michael Skinner saw there. As it looks like yeah, Michael Skinner there, just let's see if we can see.
Seems like the daughter's not too happy about that one.
Yeah, so gets in the wall about halfway through, but that's he has time to gather himself up, and the number 96 just
Very unfortunate.
goes through him. It's racing, trying to get into each other and trying to get the win. You know, they're battling essentially for the win there. So Joseph Lester is going to unfortunately have to come in, get some damage repaired. As
Looks like he beat out the 96 again.
yeah, luckily he has a ton of time to do it. Going to put him in the 4th position. We'll see. As Joe Stafford has been patient to see if it pays off for him, as hopefully this is the last time that they're going to come through. These guys just came into pit at 115.
$23 laps to go.
Yeah, 23 laps ago. I think it'll be about 20 laps ago when we hit the green. As Joe Stafford is just sitting pretty right now. And that battle, Joseph Lester and Michael Skinner and then number 96. Those guys are each coming off a win from Michael Skinner won the Xfinity Series, and Joseph Lester won the Truck Series. So these guys are definitely have won this week. They know what it feels like, and they're both trying to make it a twofer here this week. And as you can see, it didn't pay off. There's defending really heavily. You're going to see all those guys in front of Joe Stafford. Going to be getting the wave around here. They were one of the later pits there. As we got one to green, those guys are going to get moving here. That puts only 14 cars on the lead lap.
So Lester there, sitting behind Joe Stafford. Got 20 to 23 car there in the inside. Awesome story. And 16 is Seabrook Horns there behind that story.
As Joe Stafford with Joe Lester behind him. Let's see what he decides to do here. If he hangs him up, gets himself a little bit better run. As took the inside here, as he's gone. He's gonna leave him in the dust. As Joseph Lester took tires that time.
Gonna be coming out of after Joe Stafford. Made quick work of Austin's story, and he's got his eyes set on Joe Stafford there.
Yeah, so he's on that outside line. Oh, as we got a caution coming out.
Like Charles Eaton.
I think it's going to be somewhere around here. This is a bit of a battle going on. This is the number 60 car. Gets a bit loose, blinks out, stays in the wall. It's like a Charles Eaton wherever he's at. Ooh, Charles. Oh, it's Logano'd. He's Logano'd. Yeah, I'd say his race is done there. Let's, if you've got VR, turn it off now. As we're going to take a look in here. And just,
you know, so I've got VR, and I've never had an experience like that.
As he just gets turned.
In the time that I've been racing, I've never had an experience like that. I've seen it multiple times, especially during this series. People getting turned and flipped like that.
Who was that I got into him? I want to see his view of that.
And number 99, Kevin Rourke.
Boy, if that's not reminiscent of the Joey Logano crash, I don't know what is. As Joseph Lester is actually, I show him leading right now. Again, Joseph Lester leading. I don't know what happened there. It's Once you
maybe Fitz Stafford.
Once you pull in Seba for us, and we'll talk to him. I know he's been bouncing around. We can get him in here quick enough. If not, we'll pull him in next time.
He is muted on Discord, so might not want to be talked to.
All right, we'll get Chris next time. Chris has been around. I think we'll leave Michael Skinner and Joseph Lester alone.
We did talk to Joseph Lester early on the race. Says it's one of his top 4 tracks. Not necessarily his best, but says he does feel strong. Says he's got his good car behind him too, so trying to make it to the end and keep that first position.
You can see everybody up to the 11th is going to be a lap down. So only the top 10 here competing for the win here. And again, this is the Davis Brothers Roofing 200 brought to you by SRM Sim Racing Media. All your sim racing broadcasting needs in one convenient and sexy package.
I love it.
As we've been saying the same names up ahead, man. You know, Joseph Lester, Austin Story. I don't know what happened to Joe Stafford there on that restart. If he decided to pit. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Joe Stafford, Seba, Corms. I believe that's most likely Cornez. Brad Haldane. All those guys decided to pit there. Take some fresh tires. This will most likely be their last pit stop, as we have 16 to go here. Joseph's going to take that outside line. When he takes the outside line, he decides to jump it and go. So we'll see. But he's also listening to the broadcast, so he might hold him up. Who knows? So I definitely cannot choose the wine in front of me. As I've showed my age again. So let's see if he's going to... A little bit of a show there. Maybe that's his tell. There we go.
There he goes.
Adios, muchachos.
Even Austin Story, Michael Skinner, and Barrett Coffey behind. Huge battle there with Michael Skinner and Lester. Michael Skinner's trying to chase him down, trying to get past Austin Story there on the outside. Along with Barrett Coffey going 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Oh, as we get a yellow, I wonder if Michael Skinner... Nope, Michael Skinner did not make the pass before the yellow came out. We'll see where it shakes out, but we did have a yellow there. As Joseph Lester is telling him, hey, y'all need to chill out. Chill out back there, man. I'm trying to win a race. As we're going to take the yellow flag and see what happened there. As Steve was already entering the pits there. Oh, as Chris Cloud gets in that. Let's see. go ahead and pull. If you want to pull in, Chris, go ahead and pull in Michael Skinner. Let's see what he's got for him. Or Barrett Coffee, your call.
We'll do the 96 of Michael Skinner.
There we go.
Field for the race.
Hey, Michael, this is Christian and Jonathan. Or not Jonathan, I've done that twice now. Jay is in the booth. He got a coffee.
Yeah, I got a copy there. What's up?
Hey, man. Great battle between you and the 9 of Joseph Lester here. Take us through a little bit of that and maybe the incident that happened a few laps ago.
Well, we were going down the front stretch, and I don't know I don't know if you didn't know we were 3 wide, but he essentially almost right-reared me straight into the fence, and I was not a fan of that. So.
Well, don't get yourself in trouble here, Michael. By the way, love your profile pic. So what's your plan here moving forward? You're up 23 spots. You've already had to fight your way up. Probably on your last set of tires there. What's the plan? What do you got for him?
Well, the plan is checkers or records with Joseph. That's the plan.
All right. You
So
heard
if
it.
he puts the outside here, I'm just gonna send it into turn 1, and I'm either gonna make it or I'm not.
Fair enough. So
like-
you've already got a win this week with Xfinity. Is that experience been helping you out here in these 750 horsepower cars?
Yeah, actually, with the low downforce, they actually drive pretty similar to an Xfinity car. When they're the high downforce, low horsepower, it's essentially an Indy car. But this week they're a lot like an Xfinity car. So yeah, I definitely say it helps a lot more than say like at Atlanta or like a Charlotte.
So what kind of throwback are you rocking? And then we'll let you go.
This is Mike Skinner, Lowe's Chevy. Figured, since my name, everyone think it'd be funny if I drove this, so that was the plan.
There you go, man. Well, we appreciate you, and good luck, and hopefully we'll see you in here at the end of the race, man. Good luck into turn 1.
Yep.
Don't get yourself in too much trouble.
I'll do my best.
All right, have fun.
Yep.
And we do know that Joseph Lester is listening on the broadcast. We don't know that, but we're pretty sure. So he did hear that. So maybe we just gave him some strategic advantage.
Maybe. A lot of these guys do tune into the broadcast, so I would not be surprised if half the people are at least watching. Some might have it on a second monitor, some might have it up in their VR goggles if they're running VR.
Yeah, as I can only run one thing in my VR, and I've been running with my VR with my hands tied behind my back this whole time. I didn't realize you had to set the priority on the Quest 2, so I literally just fixed my VR to where it's playable. I was getting 35 frames at Indianapolis, and I was like, oh, this is normal. It's not.
No, like with my Oculus, I am capped at 45 frames per second, and you have to go into the settings and mess with those in order to uncap it. But yeah.
So as Michael Skinner said, he's going checkers or wreckers here. As top 10 are the ones fighting for position. They're the only ones in this with more than a lap down. So we got tons of cautions here. Good racing though in the Davis Brothers Roofing 200, brought to you by OutCast Sim Paints and On Target Performance Group, as they're going to come around here. And what do you think? You think Joseph feels him coming on that inside?
Hey, he's gonna have to get a great start out of this one, and hope that that he can beat out Michael Skinner here. And for Michael Skinner, he's got to pay close attention to that number 9, Joseph Lester. He's gonna wait up.
Oh, that's the best start a second has got. Coming into turn 1, as you said, he's going to be right on there. Joseph Lester defending hard as the number 96 is going to make it back. Joseph's going to cross him up. Oh, gets him sideways, gets into him.
He wasn't happy about that send into turn 1, I can tell you that much. Got him back and turned him.
Oh, wow. Michael Skinner still wrecking back there.
Very unfortunate.
Wow, checkers or wreckers there. Let's. as given the number 96. Oh, that's a completely different one. Let's try the right one.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see Lester there.
As he makes the pass, number 9 gets
crosses him up, gets down to the bottom, and comes back
Oh.
up. Yeah, that definitely looked a little bit more intentional than. But I don't know. To be fair, like you said, checkers or records, the 96 did get up in the back of him first.
Yeah,
so I was not happy about it.
Oh, that is a damning view there, unfortunately. But that's.
I hate to call him out, but that one definitely looked intentional. But
I don't know.
Not 4 fingers, but I mean, to be fair on his side too, he was tapped in the back.
Yeah, so let's see that whole sequence there as it happened. We got the start here. That is the best start we've seen on Joseph Lester. People have not been able to touch him, and he gets up there, gives him the nose right there twice, and gets the pass. As the number 9 comes back into him and lets him know what he feels about it. And like you said, he got into him twice. I'm not here to tell you who's right or wrong there. I'm not here to tell you who did what. I can't be in their heads, but that's part of racing.
We could tell you how we see it.
Yep, Michael Skinner called his shot. Yep. Michael Skinner called his shot. He said, I'm going for him. I'm trying to get the win right here, and that's kind of the bet he made, and as he did it, Joseph Lester's been defending that win since the beginning of the race. Joseph Lester has been fighting. Joseph Lester has been defending people the entire race. One of them was Michael Skinner earlier. So, you gotta pick your battles when you're making a pass. Gotta make sure your pass is clean. You can argue that he got into him before that. Who knows? 10 laps to go. You're racing for the win right here. As Barrett Coffey has had a taste of that as well, as he's going to be starting on the inside of Joseph Lester.
You know what? If I'm Barrett Coffey right there, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna race you. I'm gonna try to take your spot, but I won't touch you because I don't want to be spun either.
That's right. If you're gonna give it, you gotta be able to take it back.
Yeah.
As Barrett, Barrett's been on the other end of that as well. He's been on the defense, or he's been on the offense of Joseph is passing, and both times Joseph Lester has come out basically unscathed. So Joseph's got to know that he may not come out of this next one as unscathed, and he wants that win though as Truck Series as the lights are off.
6 laps to go. I hope that they can keep this clean up until at least the white flag and then let them go at it. So I'd hate to see them have to finish this one under caution.
Yeah, as Seba really wants to see them not do that. Seba sitting in 3rd position, Brad Haldane in 4th. Joe Stafford coming back up there. So let's see what.
A great start by Joseph Lester.
Again, using that to his advantage. Getting out in front of Barrett Coffey. Got 5 laps to go here as Barrett Coffey's going to be trying to chase down Joseph Lester. He usually gets about a lap advantage from that. Then they catch up. Behind him, Seabicorns, Joe Stafford, our pole sitter, as they are racing back there, as we're going to go back on board with our leaders.
one of the viewers, Mark or Macom lesson, Lester with his signature finishing move.
Finish him. If you're gonna win races, though, you gotta do what you gotta do. As Barrett Coffey's trying to get up there, Joe Stafford, Siba Coronez have backed off. They're about a second and a half back. They're just gonna let these guys go. As Joseph Lester is gonna hold off Barrett Coffey a little bit. As Barrett Coffey's gonna come inside, gives him the bump. Oh, gets into him again. No, Lester's not gonna get out of that one. As oh,
that's gonna keep the green. Keep it green, I believe.
No, they threw the yellow on it. As Barrett Coffey, unfortunately.
Barrett Coffey is stuck in the safer barrier. Somebody, please bring a tow.
Imagine how bad that would have been if it wasn't safer. As we're gonna go and see what happened here, as Joseph Lester defending his position once again, kind of runs out of luck there. As may not have been. So we're gonna go on board here. See. Just door-to-door racing's all that is, and Joseph
almost looks like netcode on my side.
Well, Joseph has that advantage coming out.
No, I know, but I mean,
but you know me, man. I hear netcode and I just get Vietnam flashbacks of like, netcode is almost
look
a cop out.
Space between the two cars there.
Let's get a little bit closer look there. That was, again, who was that? That was Barrett Coffey. Let's get on board with him and see what he saw. Let's see. So he feels like he's made the pass here.
Down here to the safer barrier in the inside wall. Just stopping his car.
Yeah. There's just unfortunate there as it's racing, racing for the lead, trying to win. We're going to try one more view here. Trying to get a good view of this. Yeah, just looks like the 4 was a little bit slower coming up and going for the win, and Joseph Lester gets taken out, unfortunately. You knew it was a matter of time. The way he was defending, which you hate it. You got to defend. I don't know if I'm doing anything differently there, Christian, than Joseph did as far as trying to defend that line, trying to defend that win.
There's not much else you could have done, unfortunately. Just racing incident on that part.
Yeah, when you defend the whole race like that, people are gonna race you a little bit differently, unfortunately. And then Joseph had a fantastic race up to that point. Hopefully he can come across. If he comes back out, he could probably get away with a top 10. If his car's not too damaged, just fighting a couple laps back. Let's see. Here's we're going to see the tower as Joseph Lester is actually out of the race, looks like. As Lauren Jones is a big winner from that, as he's going to get the free pass, get back on the lead lap. He's going to be able to compete here with Steve Giberson, Dean Weeks, Neil Hale, Donnie Gatton Jr. in that 5th position. Austin Story, Brad Haldane, Siba Cornez, and your leader, said this name before, Joe Stafford. As we're just going to keep it focused here on the tower, see what kind of switches up in that first 5. I'm sorry, we're going to do this. Keep it on the top 5. Keep it on the swaps there. Who's your money on as we get this NASCAR overtime?
I think Joe Stafford.
I
think
it.
He's had an amazing race so far, and I think he's got the car to hold it off.
As he's gone. Green flag here, NASCAR overtime. We're going to get the green, we're going to get the yellow, or get the white, and then we are going to get the checkered flag. See if Austin Story has anything for him. As Joe Stafford's gonna bring it around to that, gonna get the white flag here coming out of 4. Austin Story behind him. Seba Cornez rolling without a lead, without a bumper there.
There you go. White flag is out. There's a caution after, or if there's a wreck after during this lap, they will stay green, and the leader can cross the line for the checkered flag.
As Joe Stafford's going to lead him around, Austin Story's not going to have anything for him coming out of turn 4. Joe Stafford gets the checkered flag, takes it home, followed by Austin Story, Seba Cornez, Brad Haldane, and Donnie Cotton Jr. rounding out your top 5. So let's see Joe Stafford go burn it down.
We'll give our race in a minute to sort everything out. And we'll let the drivers make their way down to broadcast booth of the waiting room. Stafford, Story, and Cornez, top 3. Stafford being your winner, Story second place, and Cornez third. We can go ahead and look for Seba Cornez, which is your third place finisher.
As Joe Stafford, we're just going to let him get his burnout here. Burn it down, Joe.
Going backwards on the track.
As he's just let him out there with that rolling burnout. Look at that car.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and get the third place finisher, Seba Cornez, in here. Seba, this is Christian and James in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you. You guys got me?
Yep. Hey, man, congratulations on the third place finish. Take us through that race a little bit.
Yeah, that was good. Good third place finish considering, many bad finishes the races before. Good to get back into good position. The race was fine, other than that final wreck that myself, V7, and a couple of the other guys got caught up in it. I didn't have the best car at the end, but 57 was just great all day, and I'm happy that he won.
Indeed.
So,
definitely,
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Seba, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Seba Cornez.
That is perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
Excellent.
So you saw
wrong the whole season. I've been calling you corn the whole season. So I'm sorry about that. I'll get it fixed for next race.
So you got
Fine. Either or is fine.
So you got the extra help there with your aero package at the end. Got you some extra air in that engine. I saw you bouncing around a lot in the field. So you're fighting through traffic. How was it passing here and passing that lap traffic and making your way up?
Luckily, we started at the front. Usually, my qualifying is really bad. I start at the back and have to make my way forwards. But luckily, I got a good qualifying, and it was just staying out front. The give and take. Letting guys go when they have to run, and just staying safe until the very, very end there.
Yes, but well, congratulations, man. Got the 2 out of the top 3 in Toyotas. So which paint scheme are you repping?
I am running the 2005 Carl Edwards Atlanta paint scheme when he won against Jimmy. That was my first NASCAR race that I ever watched on TV, so good memories from back then. And Carl then became my favorite driver until he retired there in 2016.
All right, man. Well, you did him proud tonight, man. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you in here next week.
And a very good Darlington racer himself. So
yeah, and
I guess I got a little bit of that good mojo.
Yeah. So any sponsors or anybody you want to shout out?
No, just my team, Piston Brook Racing. Nobody else can make it tonight, but thanks to them. Thanks to everybody for putting on this great league and a great show.
All right, thank you, Siba, and we'll hopefully see you next week.
Yep, absolutely.
So that was Siba. Third place finish. We'll go ahead and get Austin's story up in here. Your second place finisher. Austin, this is Christian and James up in the booth. You got us?
I got y'all.
Hey, man, congratulations on that second place finish. Take us through the race.
So started the race. I didn't really qualify that great. Started, I think, P11. Had a good speed. I pitted when I didn't really need to, but that ultimately helped me a lot. And then I just let everyone wreck each other. Happens every single week. And had a great spotter / crew chief in Leo. He was awesome. That was probably the best race I've ever had on iRacing. That was a great race.
Yeah, definitely a lot of wreck up in the front, and you were able to keep your nose clean for the most part. There was a little bit of damage there on the end. Speaking of the nose, what about your car? What throwback are you rocking this week?
I'm rocking it back to Wendell Scott. He is a pioneer of our sport and just a great guy. And ultimately, he's just awesome. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, 100%, man. Great throwback there. So I'm going to take you back to 5 to go, our first overtime there when Joseph Lester. What were you seeing there? What were you thinking was going to happen?
Honestly, I kind of knew they were going to wreck. So, yeah. I mean, I just wanted to stay back and let them wreck because I just know it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, it looked like you got through it all right in that smoke. Maybe you might need a new racing chair, but we appreciate you. Do you have any sponsors or anybody you want to thank?
No, not this race. Maybe the next one.
So SRM, right? No,
yes, SRM. Yes, they are great people.
Kidding.
I love SRM.
There we go. Austin Story, sponsored by SRM Media, Motorsports, and all of us up here in the booth. We were pulling for you, man. Well, congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you next week up here, and good luck in the next race.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, and then we'll go ahead and bring in Joe Stafford, your race winner. Joe Stafford, this is Christian and James up in the booth. You got us?
Sure do. How you guys doing?
Doing amazing, but how about you, man? Amazing win this race, battling Joseph Lester there in the early stages of the race, kind of back and forth throughout the field and making your way back up here to win the race after that wreck. Take us through all that.
It was a very up and down race. I was put in so many bad spots on restarts, and it was kind of my fault because it was reoccurring. It could happen once or twice, and I won't really think nothing of it because on the restarts it was so cluttered, and I just kept falling back like 4 or 5 spots on restarts, and I'd have to make it back up. And yeah, this win really felt good because I battled a lot throughout this whole race.
So, again, with Joseph Lester and who was it? It was the number 4 car of Barrett Coffee. Yep. Take us through that action there with 5 to go.
Yeah, so I think I was like 2 seconds back, and I was watching them. I knew they were going to start getting racy, and yeah, one thing led to another, and I see them both wrecking. I'm not sure what happened. We're going to have to look at it and talk about it in the after-race meeting. But yeah, just fortunate for me, and unfortunate for them. I don't like to see it. Don't like to win like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Joe, and again, congratulations, man. We saw you up front. You qualified P1. You're going to finish P1. Pretty good payday today, man, but I don't recognize the paint scheme. Who are you rocking there?
So I was supposed to run Jimmy Spencer's 57 Heinz car, but I had work all week and I couldn't get around to making it, so I just threw this one on. I don't really like it. My dad likes it so he could see me throughout the race and I stand out. I don't really like it. I think it looks ugly.
Well, no, that's the green machine, brother. That looks nice. It's slick. I agree with your dad. So, you got any sponsors or anybody else you want to throw out?
I'd like to shout out Chris for running the league, you guys, like always, and everyone that's watching at home. Thanks for watching, and shout out, I guess, Danica Patrick, because that's the closest thing.
Yeah. So, first of all, I'm going to give you the out. You're going to be the first person. You need to thank your mom, man. It's Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. My mom did a lot for me, and thank you to all the mothers out there. Yeah, because they do a lot for us, man, and especially my mom. So, yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah, so I forgot this whole race too, man. But a very good win, Joe. You got anything for him, Christian?
Other than a big congratulations, I know I've watched you for a couple weeks here now, and you've battled hard. You're a great racer, and it's good to see you finally making it up here to the first position and winning a race. So congratulations, man. Go burn it down and go celebrate with your team.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks, guys.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Christian. So you heard it. Top three. Definitely kind of expecting that little get-together, playing it back as Joe Stafford ultimately comes out on top with his move on Joseph Austin's story before that accident. So we're going to go ahead and run you through the race results. We're going to give you the top 20 here. We got, of course, Joe Stafford in the number 57 car, Austin Story in the number 23 coming in second, Seba Cornez in that 16 Toyota coming in third, Brad Haldane fourth, Donnie Gatton Jr. fifth, Dean Weeks in sixth, Neil Hale in 7th, up 26 spots. He's going to be our hard charger of the night in that 44 Chevy. In 8th place, we've got Steve Giberson. 9th place, Lauren Jones. And in 10th place, Nicholas Bradenbach.
11th place is going to be Kevin Rourke, Chad Sander in 12th, Joseph Lester in that big wreck there, 5 to go, with Barrett Coffee finishing 13th with Barrett Coffee there behind him in 14th. Michael Skinner also in a battle of his own with Joseph Lester finishing off 16th, or sorry, not 16th, but 15th, your top 15. Ryan Samuelson in 16th, Brian Tarnowski in 17th, Steve Dardaris in 18th, Chris Cloud, your league admin here, big shout out to him, it's finishing 19th, Lewis Fetterman 20th, running off your top 20.
And then we'll go ahead and run them through. 21st going to be Charles Eaton, followed by Mike Contino, J.C. Gibson, Raymond Root, Alan Henson, Marty Roberts in 26th, Jarrett Phillips 27th, 28th, Randy Spivey, number 29th, Kavaja Holt, got caught up in some issues there in the beginning, and 30th, Tom McGee, followed by 31st, Thomas Neal, another one caught up, a lot of people caught up in issues, number 32nd, number 74, Tim Trowbridge, Matthew Gaskins, 33rd, Derek Jacobs, 34th, Jarrett Small, 35th, Nick Stein, 36, T.W. Garrett, 37, and Danielle Fink in the 38th position. So, Christian, if you got anything for him?
No, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day, I know, to mine. I'm sure to yours as well. Amazing show here tonight by the SNN League, brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing. We'll be back next week. Forget what it is next week. I don't really pay attention to the whole schedule. I just know I show up every week. But another great race, and I'll be excited to watch them again.
Yeah, so it's going to be another one next week. They're going to be at Dover.
Oh,
So,
fantastic! I actually do like that track. I have raced there before. It's a great track, great racing, and it's going to be fun to watch. So, thank you to everybody that came out to watch this Mother's Day. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. The SRM Sim Racing Media. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Yeah, so happy Mother's Day, guys. And for Christian Stewart and myself, James Rawls, even though he just gave you an outro, I already had it in my head that I was going to do it. So I'm going to be a jerk and do it again because I can't stop myself. Anyways, guys, take it easy, and thank you from Sim Racing Media, and happy Mother's Day.